Think you can outrun the law? Think again. This is Chasepoint. Meet Travis Duane Lovett, age 22, had been released from jail in 2017. But by April 28, 2019, he was once again in the spotlight, this time for leading police on a high-speed chase spanning 3 Florida counties. It started with a stolen Ford pickup in Floral City. But when deputies tried to stop him, Lovett turned violent, attempting to run down 2 officers. One had to dive for safety. Another was forced off the road. The Florida Highway Patrol soon joined the chase, which tore through Hernando and Sumter counties. During the pursuit, suspect discharged 3 shots from within the vehicle, with 1 round striking a trooper's windshield. The chase concluded when law enforcement deployed a pit maneuver, causing the truck to overturn multiple times. Lovett was ejected from the vehicle and transported by air to a hospital. He was subsequently charged with aggravated assault and fleeing police. April 17, 2024, Atlanta, Georgia. What began as a routine hospital transfer turned into chaos when Ladarius Williams seized control of the ambulance with 2 paramedics inside as unwilling passengers in a high-speed nightmare. Williams tore out of the hospital lot, leaving the paramedics no choice but to leap from the speeding ambulance. What followed was a relentless, multi-county pursuit that played out like a scene from a high-octane thriller. In a clearly marked ambulance, with aerial units tracking every move, Williams is outmatched. The smart move now? End the chase. Surrender while there's still a choice. Williams collided with several patrol vehicles, damaged mailboxes, and drove through private property during the pursuit. The chase eventually led to a busy intersection, where heavy traffic created a natural barrier. He managed to squeeze through, but with his tires already compromised by spike strips, continuing the escape was becoming increasingly difficult. The pursuit concluded when Williams crashed the stolen ambulance into a light pole, narrowly avoiding a collision with a nearby residence. He fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended by police using a taser. He was later booked into Clayton County Jail on multiple charges, including aggravated assault, felony fleeing, and theft by taking. On June 9, 2024, an Arkansas state trooper was on patrol near a local gas station when he noticed a man on a motorcycle acting suspiciously. Shortly after, the rider accelerated and turned onto a nearby side street, prompting a high-speed pursuit. As the pursuit continued through residential areas, radar readings showed the motorcycle reaching speeds of up to 130 miles per hour, making it too hazardous for officers to attempt a pit maneuver. It was unclear whether the rider was deliberately provoking officers or simply inexperienced with handling high speeds. Despite attempts to intercept him, he managed to stay upright. Luck, it seemed, was on his side. The bike surged forward with blistering acceleration, but the Arkansas troopers weren't flinching. Corner after corner, they stayed locked in, relentless, unshaken. If this chase taught us anything, it's simple. Don't mess with Arkansas law enforcement. They don't back down. Be honest. If this were you, would you run or pull over? Hit the comments and let us know how you'd play it. His identity remains unknown, and the charges still unclear. But the footage hints at a possible motive: a small stash of marijuana. Ironically, officers later revealed he could have faced a simple misdemeanor. Instead, his decision to flee may have stacked up a list of felonies. A bold and fortunate rider made headlines on June 18, 2023, when Arkansas State Trooper Trevoris Tatum, patrolling near Geyer Springs Road and Interstate 30 in Little Rock, observed a blue dirt bike performing a wheelie directly in front of his vehicle. Trooper Tatum immediately activated his emergency lights and executed a U-turn to initiate a traffic stop. At first, it looked like the rider was giving up, slowing down. But in a flash, he twisted the throttle and vanished into chaos. What followed was a heart-pounding pursuit through traffic, narrow alleys, and cluttered parking lots. The dirt bike danced through obstacles the cruisers couldn't touch. Even with backup flooding in, the rider's speed and agility turned the city into his escape route. It was one of those rare moments where a single rider outmaneuvered not just one trooper, but an entire fleet. And while justice often catches up through cameras, social media, and street whispers, in that split second, luck took the wheel. The rider vanished into the chaos, leaving sirens behind. On March 14, 2024, a routine patrol in Indian River County turned into a high-alert situation when Deputy Brady's automated reader flagged a silver Mercedes-Benz. The Florida tag traced back to a green Nissan, owned by a driver with a suspended license, indicating a likely plate swap. Deputy attempted a routine traffic stop. The vehicle initially appeared to comply, but then fled, leading to a high-speed pursuit through residential areas. The suspect, identified as Nefertiti Dutes, committed multiple traffic violations, including running stop signs, driving against traffic, and nearly causing collisions. After a jump straight out of a stuntman reel, Nefertiti Dutes was taken into custody, charged with fleeing law enforcement and driving on a suspended license. On April 29, 2024, Tavion Robinson, with just 22 years old of St. Petersburg, Florida, was involved in a high-speed pursuit with the Florida Highway Patrol. On Interstate 275 in Hillsborough County, Florida, he tore through the 60 zone in a black Dodge Charger, blazing past traffic at over 110 miles per hour. With traffic stacking up, Tavion's high-performance Dodge Charger carved through the chaos, widening the gap between him and the pursuing trooper. He pulled onto the shoulder and accelerated, reaching speeds close to 150 miles per hour, despite the risks to other drivers. The trooper continued through heavy traffic, pushing his cruiser to keep pace. At those speeds, it's a miracle the trooper could even track where Tavion disappeared to. If you were behind the wheel in that moment, what would you do? Drop your thoughts below. While attempting to run a red light through tight city streets, Tavion collided with a box truck and another vehicle. Moments later, the trooper executed a pit maneuver, causing Robinson's car to spin out and come to a stop. Later, he was arrested and charged with reckless driving, fleeing to elude at high speed, and driving without a valid license. December 5th, 2023, Miami-Dade County, Florida. Police pursued a stolen cargo van speeding southbound on I-95 after the driver, identified as Jose Carlos Blancaset, escaped from a nearby mental health facility. He reportedly fled on foot and ended up at a Toyota dealership in North Miami, where he found a van with the keys left inside. The suspect tore down I-95 like a maniac, swerving through lanes, slicing across express boundaries. Troopers launched multiple pit maneuvers, one sending the van into a violent spin. But just when it seemed over, Blancaset countered with a brutal move, slamming into a patrol car and leaving it mangled on impact. After a wild pursuit that ended on the airport expressway on-ramp, Jose Blancaset ditched the stolen van and tried to flee on foot, only to surrender moments later. He now faces charges including aggravated assault on an officer, grand theft auto, fleeing after multiple crashes, and sexual battery linked to a prior incident. The chase may be over, but his legal nightmare is just beginning. If you enjoyed this episode of Chase Point, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real pursuit stories. Stay safe out there, obey the law, and remember, every chase has consequences.